Hello everyone and welcome. So we got to talk today about the new episode of The Bachelorette. We're now in week 6. I got to tell y'all, this episode felt a little bit too long. It was always like, oh my god, this is still going. It was draining. I definitely felt those 2 hours. But listen guys, it was hometowns. So the first guy to go on his hometown is Aaron. Now y'all know I don't like Aaron. He's acted very annoying in the past, but I was going through this with a clean slate. Charity chose him, so that's what it is. And she meets up with him, and they sort of talk about the fact that they haven't really had that much time together as much as they wish they would have had as far as their journey. And side note, that's why I've always said that I think 4 people is way too many to meet someone's family. I mean, that's their family. I still think that when you meet someone's family, it should at least be down to the final 2, maybe 3. But with that being said, Aaron's family is great. They have great energy and they are so welcoming to Charity. They have a delicious soul dinner, fried lobster, french fries, green beans, so much more. It looked very good. And Aaron begins to tell his family what they've been through, and that her parents have been married for 48 years and that his have been married for 32. And then Aaron's brother pulls him aside and he tells him, I would be able to tell if you liked her by your look. And the brother says that he has that look. So she's a great girl. Charity has a chat with Aaron's mom and she asks what attracts her to Aaron. And she says that a lot of things, And then the mom asks if she's ever been in love before. Charity, I also gotta say, behaved beautifully. Like, that's how I would want my girlfriend to be if I brought her to my parents. I mean, saying yes, ma'am, and being so gentle and respectful. Okay, but here comes a hard question. The mom says to Charity, if Aaron proposed right now, would you say yes? And long story short, Charity said no, that she's not there yet. But she can see them getting there. But I definitely saw doubts, like she was a little bit too quick to say no, if you know what I mean. Then Charity talks to Aaron's dad. He's very nice as well, and the dad talks to Aaron, and Aaron tells him that he wants the same love that he and his mom have. The dad asks how did he feel about seeing Charity on other dates with other men, and he says, yeah, it was challenging, and the dad says that she definitely looks like a keeper. And the mom chats with Aaron again, and nothing but lovely things to say about Charity. Then a little later, Aaron takes Charity to his former high school, I think, to the football field, just the 2 of them, and Aaron tells her that he's falling in love with her, and they kiss. And he brings a speaker and they dance. It was definitely special, I can't deny that. And then the next hometown is Joey. It's undeniable that he's one of the ones that she likes the most. They meet up and they go play tennis because that's his thing. He's teaching her, grabbing her arm, and they were actually like, if these were just random people I saw, I would definitely know that they were a couple. Then Joey's uncle shows up. I'm not sure why, but they were just all playing. Then Charity, there's something in her eyes that when she sees Joey, it's just different than with the other guys. But okay, it's later and they finally go to Joey's home. It's a full house. Joey's mom is there and so is his dad and all of his siblings, and his uncle is there as well. It is great to see that they were all very excited. Charity talks to his sisters and tells the sister how comfortable that both of them are with one another, and of what she feels is something that she wants to feel forever. The mom talks to Joey, and he speaks to her about how big his feelings are for her. It even leaves the mom in tears to see how he's speaking of Charity. His heart is truly, fully in it, but she is scared that maybe his heart can be broken in the process. Joey talks to his uncle, but his uncle seems to be a little standoffish about this relationship. And then Charity is the one that talks to the uncle, and he's tough on her. He asks, like, how confident are you with him? And she's answering these tough questions, but one thing that he says is that Joey might not be truly himself with her or comfortable being himself with her, which is very confusing because Joey seems to be really into her. And this thing that the uncle is saying to her is definitely making her think that maybe Joey has some doubts. Then a little later, it's just the two of them and Charity says goodbye, but she starts to cry and Joey notices how she was very uncomfortable. Like she wouldn't even look at him when she said goodbye. So that was one thing to be mentioned. Now it is time for Charity to go with Xavier. I really liked where they went on their date because it was a yarn store, because we know he likes to knit. It's one of his hobbies. So they were knitting together. She was very into it. Then we moved to the family part. One of the things that is sad is, remember that Xavier had shared that his mom is battling a very severe disease. That's very sad. But Charity does meet his mom, his dad, and his sister. I think that since it was less people, it was much more intimate. And the mother loved the energy. Charity talks to the sister and says she's close to falling in love with Xavier, like she's almost there. Xavier talks to the dad, and the mom has very important conversations with both Xavier and Charity. And the mom is surprised because she's never seen Xavier this way before. Overall, they all say that they loved her. Then both of them walk outside. Charity says that she doesn't want the date to end. It's just been so magical, and they say goodbye. But Xavier does say that he's also falling in love. Okay, then it's finally time for Charity to go with Dotun. The timing unfortunately didn't work out with him, so I don't know if it was a scheduling conflict, but Charity will not be able to meet his parents. Instead, he will be meeting the brother and sister and some other relatives. The parents are in Nigeria, but she is also meeting his grandma. When she walks into the house, the grandma is cooking. She doesn't speak English, but she's so lovely. She gives Charity a big hug. And as they're sitting down for dinner, guess what? His parents came as a surprise. It was such a beautiful moment. He was so shocked in a good way. The mom then talks to him. She's a little concerned for him, but I think it's like in a motherly way. I feel like any mother would be protective over her son like this. It's because Charity is dating other men, so that's her baby boy and she doesn't want him to get hurt. The siblings clearly love Charity, and afterwards Charity and Dotun go to a drive-through theater, but the screen, instead of showing a movie, shows baby pictures of him and then baby pictures of her and then pictures of them together. It was so nice. This was probably my favorite hometown. The mom said that when the time is ready and if she does become her daughter-in-law, she would definitely embrace her to the fullest. It is finally over. That was hometowns, and Charity talks to Jesse. She's glad on how everything went, but she hates that she's gonna have to let one of them go. She also shares just little things about each of the guys. For example, how Xavier said that he's falling in love with her, and she still has some of those worries about Joey's uncle that he brought up. Then, y'all, it's time for the rose ceremony. They arrive at this airport. I'm not sure why, but the guys make their way one by one. I can't imagine how nervous they must have been. And the most nervous was definitely Joey because of how she said goodbye to him, and he said that. And then Charity arrives, very somber. She gives a brief speech about finding her forever person, and the first rose goes to Dotun, then Xavier, and this was hard, y'all. It was between Aaron and Joey, but it goes to Joey. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Aaron. Didn't even think he should have made it this far, but I felt so bad for him. Because, like, can you imagine introducing someone to your whole family the same week that you're getting dumped? Then Charity walks him out, and she says that she thinks that if they had more time, she would have definitely gotten there with Aaron. And I hate to bring this up, but Aaron, if you wouldn't have been talking about Brayden over and over, you could have concentrated in having more time with Charity, but you chose not to. Sorry. But like I said, she walks him out, she says goodbye, and she says, I'm sorry, and you truly deserve the best. He does cry a little on the car, but he was very visibly upset, but he took it like a gentleman. He definitely did. And Charity does say something interesting. She says that she wonders if she made the wrong decision. But that was the end of the episode. This was Hometowns. Next week is the overnights, but something is going to happen. There will be a twist. Someone who already left is coming back and is leaving Charity completely shocked. Who do you guys think it is? I really have no clue. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts about this episode. Do you think that Charity made the right decision by kicking out Aaron? And out of the three, Joey, Xavier, and Dotun, who do you think Charity should end up with? At this point, she has such good connections with the three of them that I think anyone she chooses, she will be happy. But like I said, you guys let me know. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.